Welcome to Season 2 of the Fit to Love podcast show. Hello and welcome to Fit to Love Tasty Tuesdays. All about cooking, all about nutrition, and all about you. Enjoy the show. Today's show brought to you by the Metabolic Makeover Program. Find out if you have weight loss resistance and how to heal it naturally. Today's show, cocoa maca balls, right?
Yep.
Cocoa maca balls. That's like a whole thing that's come out of my mouth.
Cocoa maca balls.
Now
Cocoa
she's
maca
dancing.
balls.
All right. So in case you didn't see Beat Kavas, let's talk about maca. What is it and why do we want it?
You know, maca it's a root that's found in the Andean mountains, and hundreds of years ago, the Andean people would notice that the animals would be chewing and gnawing on this root right around springtime.
So it's a root.
It's a root.
Okay.
So, and it's related to the cruciferous family. So we've talked about cruciferous vegetables. So it's similar to that. But this root has so many vitamins and minerals in addition to these immune boosting properties. And also it has an effect on the endocrine system. So it actually stimulates fertility and hormones. So it's very nice in terms of people who are looking for an adaptogen. If you're the type that's either putting out too much cortisol or maybe not enough, maca is a really nice ingredient that you can incorporate into your diet that will help you balance yourself out. So we're not using a lot, but a little bit can make a big difference.
But you can put it in your shakes.
Put it in your shakes, you could use it in these balls, you could use it into a smoothie, lots of different ways that you can use it.
So really great for people with adrenal fatigue.
Adrenal fatigue, but also with people who might be over putting out too much cortisol. They're the drivers. They're more the type A type. I've had a lot of men and women in my practice who I prescribed maca powder because it also can help to balance you out if you're overdrive. You're putting out too much.
Which means eventually you'll be in adrenal fatigue.
Yeah, you got that right.
So on both sides
depending
of
on
this
we're looking to try to get into the Goldilocks position. So you're not putting out too much, not putting out too little, just the right amount. And this is great. So
okay.
Good. So we're going to be using a little bit of maca. We're going to be using some cocoa. We've got some coconut. We could be using some coconut oil. And the base of what I'm going to be using today is some almond butter. So I just went to Whole Foods. I went ahead and just got my own almond butter. I'm using right now what would be equivalent to about a half a cup. And to that, I'm going to add some unsweetened cocoa powder. So I'm interested in trying to keep this really low in sugar. You'll be amazed. This is a little bit of unsweetened coconut. And then the way that I'm going to sweeten this up is I'm going to be throwing in some dates. So dates are very sweet. I've got about 5 dates here. They do have a seed inside of it, but if you cut that open, you can just put the dates in, and this will be a great way of sweetening. And if you didn't have dates on hand, for goodness sakes, you could just use something simple like, that doesn't look easy.
For goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Once again, we're back to it's like one time every couple, videos, it's a for goodness sake. So, well, how else, if someone didn't want to stir it, could you do it?
You could put this in a food processor. That would be a lot easier.
There we go. I'm just asking. We're trying not to do too much electric right now. Make it nice and easy.
And then we're going to put in a little bit of maca. So I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of maca here. And you'll see it's got kind of a butterscotch-like scent to it. So it actually marries really well with this cocoa. It's not sweet, so it's not going to, but it's not something in which is going to add a bitter flavor like you would typically think of with some of those cruciferous vegetables. All right, so moving quite along, we're just going to go and take all this, and we're just going to dump this out and give it a little bit of a shake. If you've got a nice blender at home, that's going to make this process a little bit easier. But you know what we can do, JJ, is just take a little bit of coconut oil and just the perfect binder. So I've got some that I had already heated up, so we'll just put some of that in and just...
Yum.
Yeah. And, coconut, so many great benefits. I don't know how much you've shared with your viewers, the benefits of coconut, but one of the things that I love is, it's just great for helping to ease digestion, and it's not going to be the kind of fat that's going to put fat on your hips. It's got way more benefits. So
you did a podcast called The 5 best foods that burn fat, that burn belly fat. Coconut was one of those. I'm sure we did another show about coconut oil on a Wellness Wednesday. And besides that, I've also talked about coconut oil recently with Dr. Elizabeth Lord about sunscreens and using it as a sunscreen, a natural sunscreen, as going out to the sun. So coconut oil, yes, it's in our bulletproof coffee. It's just in everything.
So this one is, you have to be willing to play with your food. So this one is one of those that will, make your hands a little bit messy, but you lick them afterwards.
Yeah, so I'll just get in there
and get right in there, JJ.
Make a ball.
And you're going to put yours in the dark cocoa.
Okay.
So now, we did not use really any sweetener except for adding those dates. So this is way low in sugar. And one of the things that my kids like, I've got my granddaughter, I've done these with her, and she loves it because it's very tactile. It's kind of fun to go and take the coconut and roll it up, and then you can just stick it in the refrigerator. And if you can manage to, keep from eating most of them, you'll have a nice little treat for after dinner that is better than, a lot of the desserts that are out there.
I want coconut too. Now, this is like when we make Tootsie Rolls. So this would be better for Girl Scout troops than Tootsie Rolls.
Yes,
and I'm using both. Look, I did
you can
chocolate
make them small,
and
you can make them
coconut.
small, or you can make them big. So
yeah, they're not very pretty, but I'm sure they taste good.
So you've got your dough here, so that you can, if you get tired of doing this and you're done, you can just stick this back into the container. But
okay, so unsweetened. Don't put that much. Let's go here.
Yeah, very low in sugar, but here's the thing. Put the coconut in.
My mouth's gonna be such a mess. Okay, so
if you like to play with your food,
last words about this very messy, very healthy, delicious, fun.
Dessert. Bring your girlfriends over, have a glass of wine, and make your cocoa maca balls.
Oh gosh, don't have too much wine. You're gonna start painting each other's faces with this stuff.
I'm teasing.
Okay, so cocoa maca balls. Healthy, low sugar dessert with fiber and endocrine supportive ingredients. And again, we always have to have a healthy dessert. So Jeannie, thank you again for sharing with us another healthy dessert.
You bet.
The Fit to Love podcast show offers you 6 days a week of helpful content to achieve the happy life you deserve. Movement Mondays and Tasty Tuesdays are weekly video casts, while Wellness Wednesdays, Thoughtful Thursdays, Freedom Fridays, and Sexy Saturdays are audio-only shows themed every week to address your holistic life and needs. If the show inspired you, we would love for you to share it and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us today. Head on over to fittolove.tv for recaps of every show, resources, and to join the community. That's FIT2LOVE.tv. Have a fit and fabulous day.